Hello, I'm Alex. We're here today to talk about the Mayonnaise guitars and basses, handmade in Poland. I've got three here. Actually, I've got three here that belong to the shop and soon to belong to you. And I've got my own two hanging right here. We're going to have a chat about them. Okay, so we're now stocking Mayonnaise guitars and basses. So basically, I've been playing these instruments for the last 10 or so years. Toured with them around the world, my band Voyager. I can personally vouch for them, and I have been personally vouching for them to Graham, the owner of Concept Music, since I started working here about 8 years ago. Please, can we get them in? Please, can we get them in? That'd be awesome. And they're a little bit expensive. They are handmade, which is why they're a little bit expensive, but they are worth every dollar. And finally, I'm so happy to say that we have three of their fine instruments in the shop for you to play and buy. So we've got this one here. I'll talk about this more in a little bit. We've got another 5-string bass here, and we've got a 6-string electric guitar. Behind me over here as well, I also have my own. This is a Jabba. It's a 5-string version of this one that I'm holding here, and another 5-string Master Builders collection, like a custom shop kind of an option, which I can show you in a little bit as well. But I basically wanted to start with this one. This is obviously such a great looking bass. It really pops when we have it hanging on the wall here. This is an iPoplar top. It's a Jabba EP4. And man, no joke, this might be one of the best basses you ever play. And I know it sounds like BS, but just, play it and you'll see for yourself. So we've got the Swamp Ash and Wenge body, and a maple neck, and of course a fingerboard here with these beautiful block inlays. We've got Aguilar pickups in here as well, and you've got an active and passive setting on here as well, which makes for very, very convenient playing, especially when you want to get those more natural kind of tones. Or if your batteries are just dying and you're on stage and you're freaking out, you can just switch that to passive. Always a really, really cool feature. What people have been saying about this one in particular is that it's so light. It's super, super light. It kind of almost feels like a guitar, which is just nuts. And what I love about the Jabba model especially is that it's got this contoured, this neck heel here. This makes for access to the shred zone really, really easy. It's just nuts, really is. The one thing you really notice when you pick these instruments up is that the attention to detail is just kind of second to none, really. Because they've been handmade, they've had that extra attention from start to finish in the manufacturing process. And it just makes for a really, really enjoyable play. It's kind of like, it's one of those basses that you get the stanky bass face from playing. And it's just a joy. It really is. All right, so I just swapped the basses, as you may have been able to tell. This is the Viking Classic 5. Much, much different style to the Jabbas. Jabba's more your J bass kind of style. This to me kind of seems more like Warwick and kind of Rickenbacker had a love affair, and this is the love child that came out. Just that body shape is very, very comfortable. Normally, like with this kind of bass, when we first got in, I was like, it seems like such a metal bass, like a kind of something that you would definitely see in a heavier kind of band. But when you pick up and play this, it doesn't feel like that at all. It feels so smooth and slick. And there's something really, really lovely about this neck through neck profile here. It's just so smooth, so ergonomically pleasing to play. It doesn't feel just like a you know, a clanky bass that you'd use heavy with a pick, right? Really, really nice low end on the B string. This feels very, very similar to the model that I own, which is the Commodus, which is very similar in shape, as you can kind of see. A little bit different. Same neck through, and it's an absolute dream to play. Really, really nice. This has got a, I think this is an ash top. Same again, swamp ash and wenge body, or wenge for those that prefer it said that way. This has got an ebony fingerboard, which is also beautiful to play. Again, Aguilar pickups as well, and you've got your active passive switch as well, which is super handy. This one's got a little bit of a different bridge. So this is the Mayones kind of bridge style here. You can adjust the string height, the intonation, using these little saddles here. Very, very cool. Really, really comfortable, very playable bass. I don't know what to say other than it rocks. It really does. All right, here we go for your electric guitar players. This is the Duvel Elite 6. And this guitar has a curly redwood top, 3A, I believe, so it's a really, really high grade. It's got a mahogany and sapelli body, still very, very lightweight, which is surprising for mahogany. It carries a lot of tone, very, very sustaining of notes, which is really, really lovely. But yeah, it's not going to hurt your back if you're playing long gigs. This is also a Wenge and Purple Heart neck, 5-ply on the back here, and of course the ebony fingerboard. Another cool little feature on this particular model is it's got lumen dot inlays on the top here, so they're really handy for your complete darkness, complete blackout on the stage. You can kind of still see where you're going, considering there aren't any inlays on the fingerboard. So it looks really, really nice and sleek. You've got locking, what are these, locking hip shot tuners on here as well. Really beautiful neck. What you'll notice when you play this one is that the neck is just solid as a rock. It's straight like an arrow, and it's just, you can play anything on this. You know, you might look at it and think that it's a metal guitar or a heavy music guitar. The beauty of it, tone is tone, right? If you've got great tone, if you've got a great guitar, you can play anything. There are no boundaries, which is why we love music. That's why we love guitars. It comes loaded with Seymour Duncan pickups. There's the Sentient and the Nazul pickups in here. So, and really, really basic hardware, well, electronic features. So you've basically got one master volume. You've got a 3-way toggle switch here for the pickups. And then you've got the push-pull control here to split the coils, make them single coil, for a bit more of a natural, organic kind of a tone. The guitarist in Voyager, my band, Scott, he uses the 7-string version of this and has for quite some time now. It's absolutely beautiful. He raves about it as well. He's done the hard touring with it, as have I with the basses. And, you know, we've gone from like really weird climates, like we've played in Indonesia before, and also really super cold climates throughout like Europe in the wintertime. And it's been fine. It's been like the wood has just stayed really, really solid. We haven't had to make any adjustments, even with those crazy temperature changes. Also like cabin pressure and aeroplane trips. It's just, I can vouch for them personally, which is why I'm so excited to bring these guitars to the shop, because I've had a personal journey with them, and it makes it a lot more special to try and sell an instrument like this, because I know for a fact that they're awesome. So yeah, please come down, have a look at them, try them out. If you like some other options or other models, have a talk to us about it. We can organize that as well. Thank you.